guys, it's ASBYT and welcome back to a brand new video. Now on this channel, I've often done lots of different products, right the way from budget brands and devices to mid-tier, right the way up to high-end devices. Yesterday, I talked about the Samsung Note 9, which is being released today, which is certainly a device from a top premium brand, and today is no different. Today, I would like to have a little discussion about the Google Pixel 3 3XL. So let's get straight to it. Right, so last year's Google Pixel 2 and 2XL were by many different reviewers and critics, and actually the consumer, you guys, were very impressed, mainly by the camera, but also the stock Android, etc. Software and hardware made by Google. It's the most raw, optimized setup you can get on Android. So of course, because of this popularity, I know for a fact that the Google Pixel 3 and 3XL are going to be smartphones that many people are going to be wanting information on, and of course talking about it, debating it, in a line to potentially going and buying it. The only downside to this is, due to previous years, it's not going to be launched / released until the 4th of October. That is their date they do every year. So we won't really have any information. Oh no, there was an unboxing. I mean, already? I don't know why I looked at my watch. That's not showing me the date. We're almost still 2 months away from that date. And we've got a little video. So if you haven't seen it, I'm going to show you, and I'm also going to be giving you my personal opinion on what we're seeing in this video. So let's drop that track. It's not a track, and I'm not a DJ. Right, so the first thing you're going to see is the back of the smartphone, and this model looks like it's in white or cream. Fingerprint sensor on the back like we saw with the last one. Very similar shape to the back. And of course that single camera at the top left-hand side, like again we saw last year, which kind of makes sense because Google themselves have said you don't need a dual camera in order to achieve the end results that the dual camera setup sort of brag about. And this was evident last year. It was still probably the best, if not one of the best smartphone cameras on the market, just using that one lens. And of course, you still got the G logo, the Google logo at the bottom. So that looks kind of quite nice, plain and simple, nothing too garish. So the back is pretty much the same. The front, however, is a little bit different, but we're going to first talk about what else is in the box. You've also got all the manuals and the stickers like #Team Pixel, for example. Now next up, and this is something that again is going to completely divide the consumer, we have a set of earbuds, which is always helpful. Certain manufacturers do it, certain ones don't. The Pixel 2 and 2XL didn't. The 3 and 3XL are going to ship with these by the looks of things. However, the end of the earbuds are Type C, which is good and bad. The bad point is the fact that it would appear we're not going to see a headphone jack on the Pixel 3 and 3XL, the same as what we saw on the 2 and 2XL. Now this omission of the headphone jack is something I still can't quite understand. Because the demand for wide headphones is still so big currently from the consumer, I honestly don't understand the benefits of leaving this feature out. I can't see how much space you're drastically gaining from losing that 3.5mm headphone jack, and the negatives, of course, of not being able to charge your phone whilst using your headphones or having to use like a dual dongle. In this so-called search for bezel-less and wireless smartphones, surely having to use a double dongle is kind of completely the opposite end of the spectrum. Double dongle? No? The positives of this are, of course, you don't have to rely on buying third-party Type C headphones or earphones. This phone will ship with them by the looks of things, and there's also a dongle in the box as well if you've got normal headphones or earphones that you'd still prefer to use, but it's far from ideal. And again, it's going to be at the top end, the premium end in terms of price, so of course the consumer wants it to be feature-rich, not one that has a specific thing lacking. But now, like I mentioned earlier, we're going to flip to the front. And it's a really odd decision from Google, if I'm being honest, for a company that are showing the world how Android should perform on a smartphone. There are better looking devices out there. As you can see from the photo, it looks like a mixture of the LG G7, the OnePlus 6, but with added budget bezels. And by budget bezels, I'm referring to the fact that when budget phones come out and they kind of copy other smartphones, they seem to market the phones a lot more bezel-less than the actual device turns out like. And by that fact, this Google Pixel 3 3XL kind of looks, like I mentioned, the OnePlus 6 and the LG G7, but with a bigger chin and a massive notch. Now, obviously, there's a reason for the larger chin and the larger notch. We do have dual front-facing stereo speakers, which is a bonus, and a lot of people will think this is a benefit. So it does have some reasoning, but it just looks a bit off. doesn't it? I mean, let me know what you think in the comment section below. This is my opinion. I want to know from you guys whether this would put you off buying the phone. The fact that it is a very controversial design and it looks like it's been made worse by the stereo speakers. So that's pretty much it for now. I will, of course, as we approach the release of the Google Pixel 3 and 3 XL, I will be doing more videos on it. I will also have a lot of reviews on the Samsung Note 9, the iPhone 11 or whatever they're going to call it this year as well as showcasing some of the best budget and mid-tier brands as well. And that's just in smartphones. I do all different types of tech here on this channel, so if you want to see any of that, make sure you are subscribed to the channel, turn on the notification bell so that when I post those videos, you are notified. Drop a like if you did enjoy it, follow my other social medias, Twitter and Instagram, if you're interested in seeing in more detail some of the devices that I will be reviewing, as well as camera and video samples. I love you and leave you. I'll see you in the next one. ASBYT, peace out.